It's now the witching hour. 6 o'clock, we'll begin our meeting. If everybody would please rise and join me in saluting the flag of our country. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Roll call of the members. Councilor Arrigo?
Here.
Here. Councilor Correggio?
Here.
Here. Councilor Janino?
Here.
Here. Councilor Guanasso?
Here.
Here. Councilor Haas? Here. Councilor Patch?
Here.
Here. Councilor Penta?
Here.
Here. Councilor Powers?
Here.
Here. Councilor Reardon?
Here.
Here. Councilor Zambudo?
Here.
Here. And Council President Novoselsky?
Here.
Here. Quorum is present. Approval of the journal of the meeting of April 22nd, 2013.
Are there any additions or corrections? Hearing none, motion to approve. All in favor, all opposed.
Calendar item
So
number
ma-
1, a certificate of commendation will be presented to Rita Singer in honor of her birthday and her public service to the city of Revere as one of the first and longest serving female city councilors.
And to start off the presentation for this citation, we'll call on former mayor and councilor at large, Bob Haas.
Thank you. I served with Rita for a long period of time. She was an excellent Ward 1 councilor and sometimes referred to as the mayor of Beachmont. Right or wrong?
Mayor of Ward 1.
Beachmont, Ward 1. Okay, that includes Immaculate too, right?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Rita was a pleasure to deal with, okay, and I think she should be honored. Now, is this really your 80th birthday?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was 80 years old the 10th.
Oh, all right, you like that, right? And see what the warm weather of Florida does for you. Rita looks as she did 20 years ago.
Thank you. Thank you for
You
saying
really
that.
did. On the left-hand side, naturally.
I know it.
Right?
I know it.
You always count the votes until it got to you, and that dictated how you voted.
That's right.
Right? That's, we all do that. But it's my honor really to recognize Rita after serving 19 years in the city council. That's
Thank
a
you.
long, let me tell you, that's a long, long time.
Thank
And
you.
the children asked me if I could make a presentation to you, which I was honored to do.
Thank you.
I was like the fourth person in line that Bruce couldn't find the first 4 people, and he came to me, but that's all right.
Okay.
I don't mind that. And I'd like to have our city council president, Ivan Novoselsky, read the proclamation, if you would.
Thank you.
Well, Rita, just a few words. Now, Rita and I served together in 78 and 79 during the blizzard of 78.
Yeah.
So we've been through it, and I can say that, you know I'm a hard worker, and everybody says I'm a hard worker, but nobody beats Rita. You know, she beat everybody down.
24/7, right.
She beat down the director of public works back then, and she wouldn't let him get away with the word no. It wasn't in her vocabulary for him to say that. So I know how she works. It really was a pleasure working with her then, and at this point, I'm going to read her 39th birthday proclamation. Is that right, 39?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
This commendation of recognition for your 80th birthday, in appreciation for your commitments and dedication to public service to the residents of Revere during your 18-year tenure as one of the first female city councilors who served from 1976 through 1993. Special recognition is hereby accorded to Rita Singer. This certificate of commendation is presented by the City Council of the City of Revere on behalf of its citizens this 13th day of May, in the year of our Lord, 2013, and of the independence of the United States of America, the 236th. And it's signed by Ashley Melnick, our city clerk, myself, Ira Novoselsky, as city council president, and offered by Councilor Bob Hess.
Thank you.
There you go, baby.
Thank you. Can I say a few words?
Absolutely.
Can I
She
say-
wants to say a few words.
Well, I
She
have,
doesn't know what a few words is.
I have to say a few words because I did serve with a lot of these colleagues in government. There are some that are still here, some that are not here. And the ones that are not here, they were just absolutely great. Brian Arrigo has taken his father's place. Him and I, Brian's father, served with me. So it just goes to show you, Brian, I hope you do as well as your father. I really do. I really do. I hope you do as well as your father. And the others, have all stayed here with me, just about all of them, except for Charlie Patch, he's new. And Reardon is new.
Reardon's new.
I mean, you know, most of them are. But like I said, I really, in the time that I served the city, I enjoyed every minute of it. Sometimes it was hard. Sometimes you get frustrated, but it was well worth it. The city's been good to me and my family, and I loved every minute of it. I loved every minute of coming up to the city hall, and I do, from the bottom of my heart, thank the clerk's office, the girls that work at the city clerk's office. They work very, very hard to try to get everything in order so that you people we can have our meetings here. And the city council, we work together as a team in the past, and I hope you people work together like we did before as a team. And to the city and the citizens of Revere and Beachmont, I love them, each and every one of them. I mean, I miss some of them, and I do come back and see them, some of them. A lot of them have passed on, but maybe my family is still here, and my family can follow in my footsteps. I have a grandson that's a police officer. Where are you, Joe? There you go, Joe.
Joe's hiding back there.
He's a police officer. He'll carry on for me. My son, my great-granddaughter, Jana, and my daughter, my husband. Where are you? Dan, my daughter-in-laws, my grandchildren. They're all here. So each and every one of them, I want to thank them all, and thank you all.
Very nice. We want to take a picture.
I have my
The kids up here also?
Want everybody up here?
Family?
Actually,
All my
it's
family
good that
up
we have
here.
to stall for a few minutes, because I just got a text from Representative Kathy Reinstein, and she's stuck in traffic, and she has another citation from the State House for you. So we're kind of waiting, so stick
Right.
around afterwards, we'll make another one later
All
on.
right, well, come
Okay,
on up,
but come
kids.
up and take a picture for
Come on,
family.
kids. You come on
Family
up
up.
and take a picture.
All the family.
Come on.
Yeah. We'll do a recess at this time for 5 minutes. Okay, we're back in session. Have a suspension of rules to,
So moved.
all in favor, all opposed, vote and so ordered.
Calendar item number 4, communication from Ms. Doreen DiRienzo relative to the 2013 International Karate Championships in Revere.
Hey, Miss Doreen. Push the button in the box. You got to see it. There you go.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for seeing me this evening. I'm here to talk to you about a very prestigious event that my karate studio will be hosting this summer, August 1st through 3rd. This is called the Boston International Karate Championships, but really, if most across the world, is known as the IKCs. It first began in 1964 in Long Beach, California, by my master instructor, Edmund K. Parker. And now the event travels all over the world. And we've been asked by the International Association to host it for the second time. We did it also in 2003. Some of the countries that will that it's been in has been Greece, Portugal, Ireland, Jersey, which is the Channel Islands, Spain, Holland, Mexico, and not to mention the people that will be coming from all over the United States. There'll be, we actually have teams registered from Holland, from Russia, you know, from so many, Dublin, trying to think of Mexico right now, and there'll be many, many more. The timeline for this event is going to be August 1st will be International Black Belt Grading, which is a very prestigious event that'll be held at the Revere Karate Academy. Friday, August 2nd, we'll have seminars taught by some of the top martial artists from all over the world. Friday evening will be team events, forms, and fighting. Saturday, August 3rd, will be the actual International Karate Championship. And Saturday evening will be our grand finale, which is a brotherhood dinner at the Wonderland Ballroom. Our event goals are to support as many businesses as possible in the community, such as our local paper, taxis, hotel, the ballroom, restaurants. We'll be providing information to all of our guests so that they know where to stay and where to eat while they're here. And also to have a well-planned and organized, but most of all, a memorable event for all of our guests. In closing, I just want to thank you for your time. I want to invite you all to be our guests at the event. We will be sending complimentary passes to all city officials, and hope that we can count on you for some support and just, you know, pass the good word along, because it is a pretty amazing event. This is actually the 49th year that this event is run. And we're very honored to have the privilege to host this, and it's nice, you know, because I've been a martial artist myself now for 40 years, and I've traveled myself and competed and taught all over the world, and you know, to bring all these people to Revere, you know, our city is, you know, this is my home, and you know, and I always want to, you know, put Revere on the map, so hopefully this will be one thing that does that in an international way. On Saturday, at our opening ceremony, we will have a parade of nations where all our students will be carrying flags of not only the visiting countries, but also representing the countries where some of them were born. So it'll be quite a nice thing. And also the ROTC from Revere High School has agreed to present the Revere flag and the American flag. And pretty much that's it. I don't know if anybody has a question for me or anything, but I just wanted to let you know what we were doing, and you know, very much want to be involved in whatever the community does, and be supportive of all the businesses here. And that's it.
Any comments, ladies and gentlemen? Anybody? So, Doreen? Thank you, Doreen, and we wish you a lot of luck, and just let us know what we can do to help.
Thank you, everyone.
Just, at this point, I just want to take 1 minute, and I'm going to call in Representative Kathy Reinstein to make her presentation to Rita. Just 1 moment, please, if you don't mind. Come up, come up, come up, Rita. Yeah.
Hi, Mr. President. The mic's on, that's good.
That's for you.
Okay, so I know there's a lot of presentations for Rita. You are a pioneer for all women in politics. It was you and I think Kathy Penn, and am I missing someone?
Yes,
Yeah,
Vera.
Vera
And
Curcio.
Vera Curcio were like the
Right.
first women to
Yeah.
ever even,
Oh, Denise, don't forget
and Denise Salemi,
Oh, yeah.
to, you know, hold office in the city as women. And you blazed the trail for myself and for Councilor Janino and so many other aspiring people. You are gorgeous.
Thank you.
Look at,
No.
Florida sun's pretty good for you. And I'm so happy to be here with you. And the speaker couldn't be here today. It's very crazy at the State House. So this is on behalf of myself and the speaker. And it says, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts be it hereby known to all that the Massachusetts House of Representatives offers its sincerest congratulations to Rita Singer on the joyous occasion of your 80th birthday, which is unbelievable because you look better than everyone else in the room. No offense to everyone else, but you do. And your years of dedicated service to the city and the people of Revere as the Ward 1 counselor. The entire membership extends its very best wishes and expresses the hope for future good fortune and continued success in all endeavors, given this 13th day of May at the State House, and it's signed by myself and the Speaker. And thank you, Rita, for being such a good friend to my family.
Thank you.
And for being such a great advocate for the people of Revere, and for being such a great trailblazer for all the women.
Thank
So-
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, back to regular order of business, item number 2.
Calendar item number 2, Mayor Rizzo and the Revere Police Department will address the City Council relative to National Missing Children's Day.
Mr. Mayor.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, members of the council. You all have the, I assume, the proclamation in your packages? Does everyone have it? Then I won't bother reading it, but suffice to say that we do want to declare May 25th National Missing Children's Day here in the city of Revere. I think it takes on even a heightened level, not that it was ever a thought or a question, but certainly over these events we've seen last week in Cleveland, just amazing, where children can be held captive for years on end. It's really horrific, and so I think to bring this type of attention and to put it out there for the general public as a reminder to teach your kids and talk to your kids continuously about how to keep themselves safe is something we all need to be cognizant of. I know I was at one of the elementary schools today, and I know that Officer Salvati and Officer Del Russo are doing the same at schools across the city to help children and their parents obviously be aware of the dangers that exist. So this is I believe just if if the council could ratify this and vote favorably on it, we will go forward and declare May 25th National Missing Children's Day here in the city of Revere. So with that, I know Officer Salvati has some words that he'd like to present as well. Thank you very much.
Good evening, councilors, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mayor. We'd like to thank you for having us up here, taking the time to hear us out. I'd like to thank the mayor personally. Him and I were at the Immaculate today. We did kindergarten through 8th grade, and it was nice to have the mayor's dedication to public safety. And I could say that with his support, the department and the city greatly gets the respect it deserves. And thank you, Mr. Mayor, for your ongoing public safety commitment as mayor. As you see in front of you, ladies and gentlemen and councilors, let's just go roughly over what this campaign we've been working really hard to. It's like the mayor said, it's a very important thing. As you've seen what happened in Cleveland last week, one of the girls there, I spoke to the kids today, stated to the kids how the girl knew the father. She was friends with the girl, and she knew the father. So for her, she took a ride, and that was a terrible thing that happened to her. Everybody knows the outcome of that. But here's what we're talking about. This is about the Campaign 25. It's a national child safety campaign for children, missing and exploited children, encouraging family to take 25 minutes to talk to their children about safety and abduction and prevention. The goal of Take 25 is to heighten awareness about child safety issues. An estimated 800,000 children are reported missing to law enforcement every year. That amounts to 2,000 children. That's an astronomical and scary thing. Many are recovered quickly, but many are never returned home. And as I speak to you, to the ladies and gentlemen in the audience that are watching, please listen to this because it's important that you talk to your kids about this. On May 25th, 1979, 6-year-old Eaton Pants disappeared from New York street corner on his way home to school. His photo was taken by his father. His father was a professional photographer. That picture was circulated nationwide and appeared in media across the nation and around the world. Ethan became the poster child for a movement. The powerful image came to symbolize the anguish, the trauma of thousands of searching families. The widespread attention brought to Ethan's case and several others eventually led to a nationwide movement to help locate and recover missing children. In 1983, President Ronald Reagan proclaimed May 25th, the day Ethan went missing, a National Missing Children's Day. Since then, each administrator has recognized this day as time to renew efforts to reunite missing children with their families. Remember those who are still missing and make child safety a national priority. In connection with the National Missing Children's Day, May 25th, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children launched Take 25, a grassroots campaign encouraging parents, guardians, communities, others to spend 25 minutes talking to the children about safety with focus on prevention. That's what the mayor and I did today at the Immaculate. Child safety is a serious subject and should be approached with children of all ages. Regarding the subject of safety at home, at school, on the internet, in and out in general public. Children as 3 years old should be familiar with their name, address, phone number, what to do in the case of emergency, and how not to open doors for a stranger without an adult present. The internet continues to bring the world to our fingertips. However, without supervision, it can be a very unsafe place for children. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children has launched a cyber tip line in conjunction with the FBI, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, U.S. Postal Inspectors, and local law enforcement, which deals with child pornography. Over 1.7 million reports of suspected child sexual exploitation have been reported since the inception of the tip line. By providing rules and guidelines for use of the internet, parents can ensure that children are able to learn and connect safely. Another topic for safety is making a child safe from being prepared so he or she would know how to handle a dangerous situation if confronted by one. This is as simple as taking your child about the danger of walking to school, stay in groups with others, and how to let someone know if they were afraid or put in an uncomfortable situation. There was a lot of scenarios we went over with the children at the Immaculate today, and we got a great response from the children. They were really listening and understanding. Even when you cannot be with your child, you can make sure they carry the messages of safety with them. Conversations and safety lessons introduced at home can affect a child's action wherever they are. Children should know what to do in the event they were lost in a store or a park or approached by a vehicle stopping. Always keep an open dialogue so your child is ready to face any scenario. I urge this council to proclaim May 25th National Missing Children's Day and urge its residents to take part in Take 25's campaign to keep children prepared and safe. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Jerry.
Thank you, sir.
Just introduce
I'm
your
sorry, Officer Michael
your
Del
partner
Russo.
in crime here.
Him and I went over the speech together, which like I said, we've been hitting the classes, trying to get the message across. As we had the mayor today, I'd like to thank you, Mr. Mayor, again for your dedication. Thank you all.
Thanks, Jerry. Madam Vice President.
Thank you. I just wanted to thank Officer Salvati and Del Russo and the Revere Police Department because I know this isn't something new to you guys. This is something that Officer Salvati, I remember, has worked on with Officer Del Russo since I was in school. I can remember we had a picture in the greenhouse of Officer Salvati holding my backpack doing one of these demonstrations when I was in like the 2nd grade at the Whalen. So this is a program that Revere has done for a very, very long time that's kept our kids safe for a long time. So I'm glad to see that the council's recognizing it, and I'm really happy to support it. And we still have that picture. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor. On the motion to proclaim this National Missing Children Day on May 25th, all in favor, all opposed, vote and so ordered.
Calendar item number 3, report of the Ways and Means Subcommittee.
Councilor Arrigo, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. President. Earlier today, we had 2 items in front of the Ways and Means Committee. One was the formation of a revolving account for the after-school programming, which the committee decided to favorably discharge to the full council. And the second item was a land swap with Mr. Robert Mahoney that we had also reported out favorably. Thank you.
Any other councilors on the committee reports? And do them separately? Okay. Roll call separately.
That the City Council establishes a revolving account for the new Community Schools Program. Councilor Arrigo.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Correggio.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Gino.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Guanasso.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Hass.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Patch.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Penta.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Powers.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Reardon.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Zambudo.
Yes.
Yes. And Council President Novoselsky.
Yes.
Yes, the revolving account has been established. That the City of Revere conveys to Row Contracting Lot 7 Grandview Avenue containing 5,250 square feet in exchange for 2 lots of land owned by Row Contracting, which are lots 229 Austin Street containing 2,783 square feet and lot 232 Austin Street containing 2,783 square feet. Councilor Arrigo.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Correggio.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Janino.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Guanasso.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Hass.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Patch.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Penta.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Powers.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Reardon.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Zambudo.
Yes.
Yes. And Council President Novoselsky.
Yes.
Yes, the land conveyance has been approved. This was omitted from the calendar, but this is the report of the zoning subcommittee, which took place at 4 p.m. this afternoon.
Good evening,
Sorry,
President,
Councilor Reardon.
council members. That's okay. It's okay. I knew you were still there. We, as the zoning subcommittee, met at 4 p.m. this afternoon to consider a number of different items before the subcommittee, and all were reported out for a vote tonight. In particular, C-13-03, which has been in the subcommittee for some time now, needs to be acted upon by the city council. We are recommending a vote on that matter this evening. If you wish to handle these separately or individually,
They will be individual.
well,
No.
there's number one.
Take number 1 first. Any comments from the councilors on the committee report? Councilor Penta.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm not going to dwell over this for a long time. This has been in committee for the longest thing in the last 2 years I've seen in committee, so I won't harp on that. Tonight it was the only thing not taken up by the subcommittee for a vote. It's the only thing on the whole agenda was taken up by the whole council. So for whatever reason, you know, that may be. But like I said, I'm going to say what I said in the committee. This here is a no-brainer. You're taking a building that's emptied. I heard earlier today it was a doctor's office. There was at one time. It's empty. There's contamination there. We heard that. It was cleaned up. The building, from as far as being an eyesore coming into Revere, it's an eyesore. We all seen the remnants of it. It's a gorgeous-looking building. First building you're going to see on the right-hand side of Broadway coming in. That's revitalizing Broadway. And we've come a long way with the streetlights and everything else. You know, you got to start from front to the end. We've seen we start in the middle. This is starting from the beginning. There's other projects coming online right in that same zone, that same area, which will be for the betterment of Revere and Broadway. But this is a no-brainer. If it's after-school programs, the kids are going to go to, all Revere kids are going into programs instead of hanging out in the street and doing other things. That's the bottom line. They didn't have to give the city any money for taxes. They stepped up to the plate and gave 60%, which that's honorable. By law, by state, they don't have to give the city anything. And they're giving 60%. The 21E was submitted. I talked to Inspector Manor from the fire department. He's very satisfied with the property. The traffic that someone may bring up, I did talk to the traffic Sergeant Janino about that, and he sees no problem with it whatsoever. He was down on the site and basically talking to him. I'm not sure if he put a report in, and I probably know why, because he's working on a couple other things along with me, and things that happened a month ago basically set him back quite a bit. So I'm not sure if that's the reason there was no report sent in, But we all know that this is coming to stages that it's going to pass automatically. We don't vote tonight, which I'm in favor of it 100% because it'll only be hurting, like I said, Revere kids. So with that being said, I hope that everybody votes in favor of this. Thank you, Mr. President.
Councilor Reardon.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just for Councilor Penta's information, this was held in committee pending a couple of reports, first of which was a traffic operations report that was submitted to us on April 19th, and this is the first time the subcommittee has met since then. And secondly, regarding a Class A2 response action outcome from the Mass DEP, which was addressed by the subcommittee at the prior subcommittee meeting. I should also mention that along with the actual request for the special permit is a recommendation from site plan review. I don't know if it's the will of the council to review those, although they were presented, I believe, at the subcommittee hearing. I would make reference to at least to paragraph 1, which I don't believe was within the purview of the site plan review committee, requesting a payment in lieu of tax agreement. That agreement has been also concluded since the last time the subcommittee met with the city of Revere regarding a 60% of assessed value, I believe, based on 60% of assessed value, a tax payment. So those are 3 good reasons why it stayed in subcommittee for a long time. I would also make reference to the fact that the number 13 on the site plan review committee requested an environmental hazardous material assessment shall be performed on the building and filed with the Board of Health prior to the issuance of a building permit. I assume that if it hasn't been filed with the Board of Health, that it will be, so that issue may be moot as well. Nonetheless, there are 12 other conditions that the site plan review suggested, and I think they should be considered tonight, along with the motion to whatever it may be, to approve this or otherwise. Thank you.
Councilor Powers.
Thank you, Mr. President. Initially, I had some concerns over the potential loss of revenue to the ratepayers in this city. However, my understanding is now that has been addressed. There's going to be a 60% payment in lieu of taxes. And I understand that would also apply to any new additions to the building, which would perhaps even negate any potential loss with regard to the 40%. So for that particular reason, and the fact that it will be benefiting the youth of this city, I will be supporting that this evening. Thank you, Mr. President.
Mr. President, can I call for roll call? I was just about to do that, Councilor. But before we do, just to go over what the vote is. The recommendation of the vote of the council will include the site plan review committee recommendations less item number 1, which is the suggestion to execute a pilot. And also item number 2 is a traffic management plan that they have to turn into the traffic commission. So, what, Council?
Can I get a minute here to say something, or?
Well, you know, I wish you had said it before.
Are we stifling debate?
Well, roll call is actually non-debatable.
I was closing debate and going to vote, but I was explaining what the vote was going to be.
Point of information, roll call is non-debatable.
Well, I haven't called for it yet, but, so that's only. Okay. What do you want, Councilor? Say your piece.
I like to think I'm a part of the city council here, and my opinions are valued. So I simply wanted to congratulate the parties involved for stepping up to the plate and becoming a good citizen and being part of this community and helping to support the city that they plan to spend a lot of time in. That's all I wanted to say. I'm happy that everything worked out the way it was supposed to work out. Unfortunately, there were some bumps and some misunderstandings on the way, that some of us had your best interest at heart and was not looking to hurt you. And I'm happy that everybody's satisfied with the agreement and we go forward to a successful endeavor. Thank you.
Thank you, Counselor. I'm glad you got to say that. Roll call.
Shall the relief requested be granted on the application of 4Kids Only After School to construct a second-floor addition and to change the use of the existing structure to enable the appellant to operate an after-school program facility on Lot 66C and Lot 67 at 85 Broadway, Revere, Mass., subject to the findings and conditions as reported by Chairman Reardon, with referral to item number 2 of the site plan review special permits, findings and conditions to the Traffic Commission. Councilor Arrigo?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Correggio?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Gugino?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Guanasso?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Haas?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Patch?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Penta?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Powers?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Reardon?
No.
No. Councilor Zambuto?
Yes.
Yes. And Council President Novoselsky?
Present.
Present. The special permit is granted, subject to the findings and conditions.
Suspension of rules, all in favor, all opposed, vote so ordered. Suspension to reconsideration, hoping it will not prevail. All in favor, all opposed, vote so ordered. Back to regular order of business.
The second item before the zoning subcommittee tonight was C-13-05, which is a request for a special permit seeking permission from Louis Rubino, that is trustee of Rubino Family Realty Trust, to convert an existing mixed-use residential retail non-conforming structure to a mixed residential restaurant use to enable the appellant to operate a bistro-style pizzeria with takeout at 744 Broadway, Revere, Massachusetts. This matter was also conditioned or taken up with the conditions recommended by site plan review, which are: the fire department shall review the plans for compliance with fire safety and suppression codes. The building shall be brought into compliance for handicapped accessibility. And 3, the building shall be limited to one exterior sign to be illuminated from the top by gooseneck lighting overhanging the sign. And the sign material shall be comprised of high-density urethane or similar composite that provides a wood appearance. This matter was reported out favorably by the subcommittee for a vote this evening.
Roll call.
Shall the relief request to be granted for the special permit application for 744 Broadway to operate a bistro-style pizzeria, subject to the findings and conditions as reported by Chairman Reardon? Councilor Arrigo?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Correggio?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Gino?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Guanasso?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Haas?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Patch?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Penta?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Powers?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Reardon?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Zambuto?
Yes.
Yes. And Council President Novoselsky?
Yes.
Yes, the special permit has been granted.
Reconsideration in hopes
Motion
it does
for-
not prevail.
Suspension of rules, all in favor, all opposed. Motion is suspension of rules, hoping they will not prevail. All in favor, all opposed, vote so ordered. We'll stay in suspension.
Thank you, Mr. President. The next order of business before the zoning subcommittee was this evening a petition to amend the zoning ordinance of the city Revere by Black Marble Motorcycles LLC, 1760 Revere Beach Parkway, Everett, Massachusetts, and LLC 84 Clifton Street, Wesley LLC 84 Clifton Street in Belmont. And the section sought to be amended is as follows. Section 1, Title 17, Chapter 17.16, Section 17.16.040. Generally, the table of uses of the revised ordinance of the City of Revere, subsection D, business uses and consumer services, is hereby amended by adding Class 1 and Class 2 motor vehicle sales as available uses by special permit in the industrial park, that is the IP zoning district. This matter was reported out favorably again by the zoning subcommittee for a vote this evening by the full city council.
And I just want to remind the council, this is only a zoning change. This is not a special permit for them to come start business.
That's
Okay,
correct,
just
Mr.
a
President.
zoning change. Roll call. Nope. Okay. Ordered to a second reading. All in favor, all opposed, vote and so ordered. Ordered to a third and final reading. All in favor, all opposed, vote and so ordered. Roll call.
On engrossment and ordainment, Counselor Arrigo.
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Correggio.
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Gino.
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Guanasso.
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Haas. Yes. Counselor Patch.
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Penta.
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Powers.
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Reardon.
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Zambuto.
Yes.
Yes. And Council President Novoselsky.
Yes.
Yes. The zoning change is engrossed and ordained.
And lastly, Mr. President, before the zoning subcommittee were two separate matters very similar in nature, C-13-09 and C-13-10, petitions from Van Wagner Communications LLC for special permit to permit the modification of a non-conforming use, an existing billboard on Lot 1 at 40 Lee Burbank Highway, Revere, as well as C-13-10 being the same applicant, Van Wagner Communications LLC, seeking a permit to modify a non-conforming use. Again, an existing billboard on lots 1 and 4 at 1141 Revere Beach Parkway, Revere, Massachusetts. Excuse me, Mr. President. Both of these items were reported out favorably by the zoning subcommittee for a vote this evening.
Roll call on the recommendation and the approval of the special permit separately.
This is on the, shall the relief requested...
09.
Shall the relief requested be granted subject to the, oh, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Oh, we're on 09.
09.
I apologize. Shall the relief requested be granted for the special permit to modify a non-conforming use, which is an existing billboard at 40 Lee Burbank Highway? Counselor Arrigo.
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Correggio.
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Janino.
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Guanasso.
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Haas. Yes. Counselor Patch.
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Penta.
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Powers.
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Reardon.
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Zambuto.
Yes.
Yes. And Council President Novoselsky.
Yes.
The special permit has been granted. Shall the relief requested be granted for the special permit application for 1141 Revere Beach Parkway? Counselor Arrigo.
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Correggio.
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Janino.
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Guanasso.
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Haas.
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Patch. Yes. Counselor Penta.
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Powers.
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Reardon.
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Zambuto.
Yes.
Yes. Council President Novoselsky.
Yes.
Yes. The special permit has been granted.
Counselor Reardon.
Reconsideration?
Reconsideration, hoping will not prevail on 9 and 10, please. All in favor, all opposed, vote and so ordered. Counselor Reardon, you have one more, right? 05, 1305? Oh, wait, I'm sorry. 08, 08.
Petition by Paul Bonfiglio, 245 Revere Street, seeking permission from the Revere City Council to convert a pre-existing non-conforming structure from 4 residential units and 1 commercial unit to 5 residential units and 1 commercial unit on Lot 7 at 245 Revere Street, Revere, Massachusetts. This matter was also reported out favorably by the zoning subcommittee for a vote this evening.
Roll call.
Shall the relief requested be granted for the special permit application of 245 Revere Street? Counselor Arrigo.
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Correggio.
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Gino.
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Guanasso.
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Haas.
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Patch. Yes. Counselor Penta.
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Powers.
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Reardon.
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Zambuto.
Yes.
Yes. And Council President Novoselsky.
Yes.
Yes. The special permit has been granted.
Business before the zoning subcommittee, Mr. President.
Thank you, Counselor, and I do want to congratulate the zoning subcommittee for a fine job and all the work they've been doing over the last month and a half, putting all these together. Thank you.
Calendar item number 5, communication from the Planning Board relative to Class 1 and Class 2 zoning use amendment
That
in
was
the Industrial Park
made
District.
part of the zoning.
Calendar item number 6, communication from the mayor relative to the appointment of C.J. Doherty, Inc. as a licensed drain layer.
Appointments.
Calendar item number 7, communication from the mayor relative to ETP funding requests.
Excuse me? No, we usually... Yeah, this is, as you've seen the list, this is money that's given to the city from Comcast and there's a committee within the city with this. Superintendent Dakin is the chairman of the committee, so this is their suggestions and recommendations for the use of the money from Comcast. So, roll call.
The ETP committee voted that the following grants be awarded from the ETP account: $4,903.29 to the SBA, $4,653.03 to Parks and Rec, $8,000 to RHS for scholarships, $36,376.84 to City Hall for the Council Chamber AV upgrade, and $112,000 to RPS, and $1,000 to the Beautification Committee replacement of laptops. Councilor Arrigo.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Correggio.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Gugino.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Guanasso.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Hass.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Patch.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Penta.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Powers.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Reardon.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Zambuto.
Yes.
Yes. And Council President Novoselsky.
Yes.
Yes. The ETP committee transfers have been approved. Calendar item number 8, communication from the mayor relative to National Kids to Parks Day.
Mr. Mayor, name and address for the record.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Daniel Rizzo, 35 Rowan Road, Revere, Massachusetts. Members of the City Council, I think this kind of, in retrospect, kind of plays off the earlier proclamation for National Missing Children's Day. This is National Kids to Parks Day, which is this coming Saturday, May 18th. You probably have the proclamation in front of you. We would like to have the City Council vote favorably so that the city can participate along with the rest of the country on this day where we're asking families to utilize our parks both locally and nationally. Get your kids out of the house and spend time with the family. So seems to me kind of an easier vote than you've had this evening, and I would appreciate the support on this. Really, we're going to do our best to promote it and make sure that families do take advantage, of the parks and fields that we have available. I think they're in reasonably good shape so far. We're going to try to continue to keep them in as best shape we can. So with that, I'll answer any questions or just ask the council for a favorable vote. Thank you.
On the motion to declare National Kids Park Day, Saturday, May 18th, 2013. All in favor, all opposed, vote in so order.
Calendar item number 9, communication from the mayor relative to the reappointment of Ralph Miola of Miola Construction Corp. as a licensed drain layer.
Appointments Committee. Motion.
Calendar item number 10, motion presented by Councilor Patch that the Chief of Police request the Traffic Division to increase enforcement of the one-way portion of Lantern Road after Steeple Street, and further to erect signage indicating one-way.
Council Patch.
Thank you, Mr. President. I had some complaints from people living at the bottom end of Lantern Road that it is kind of a tricky situation up there by Steeple Street. If you're not aware of it, there's a little island there that's two ways, then it comes, Steeple Street enters into the down part of Lantern Road, and there's just one little sign there. I think the Traffic Division should examine it. Thank you.
Councilor Janino. Madam Vice President.
Thank you. Also, going off of this to Councilor Patch, if I could make a friendly amendment, I've received calls with the same issue on Derby Road, kind of coming off of the highway, cars going the opposite way down the one-way. So if maybe both of those matters could be taken up at the same time because it's also in your ward.
I have no problem with that.
Thank you.
Councilor Correggio.
Thank you, Mr. President. I walk by that area every other day, and it is a serious situation. There's a fork in the road there, and some people have no idea where they're driving, and there's excessive speeding on that road because it's such a long road. And they need some enforcement and some signage, and I support Councilor Patch's motion with that. It's well intended.
On the motion as amended, all in favor, all opposed, vote and so ordered.
Calendar item number 11, motion presented by Councilor Reardon, that at the request of certain residents of Page and Olive Streets, the Traffic Commission consider the adoption of resident parking during evening hours on both streets, and that the Commission hold a public hearing regarding the matter to allow input of all residents on the issue.
Councilor Reardon.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just very briefly, this is a request from very specific residents of Page and Olive Streets. I want to advise the residents of those areas and other areas that this is going, recommended to be put before the Traffic Commission for a public hearing. Public hearing means exactly that. They can come in and they can express their opinion as to residential parking on those streets, particularly those people who are affected by it. And I urge them to contact the City Clerk's office and find out when this matter goes before the Traffic Commission so that they can be heard on this. It's certainly not by any means a done deal for fear that people will be calling me suggesting that it is so. It is not. It is a matter to be considered, and it's to be considered with the input of the citizens, particularly those who live on those streets. Thank you, Mr. President.
On the motion, all in favor, all opposed, vote and so ordered.
We have a late motion presented by Councilor Patch that the mayor request inspectional services in the fire department to notify Stop and Shop on Squire Road to repair the damaged fence, which was destroyed by fire, and to clean and maintain the grass along Marble Street.
Councilor Patch.
I believe, thank you, Mr. President, I believe that I have this problem every year, but they did have a fire at that area where the fence burnt in last August, and they said they were going to fix it. They never did. I've gone down, every time I go down there seems to be a different manager there, but they do have it. I believe they have the, they were told at the time when they built the place they have to keep that area clean, and they should do so. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor. All on the motion, all in favor, all opposed, vote and so ordered. Lake Communications, I guess.
Late communication from Revere Cares requesting time before the City Council to discuss the 2012 Revere Community Health Needs Assessment and Strategic Plan Report.
We determined that's going to be June 10th, 5 o'clock. 5:30? Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. So,
communication from the mayor relative to City Hall Unit A, B, and C, Local 22 union contracts.
Mr. Mayor, I know your address.
Mr. President, thank you very much. Members of the City Council, first off, let me just extend my gratitude to Units A, B, and C. You know, the city is right now obviously wants to be in compliance and in sync with our various municipal unions. We, I think, have reached some common ground, and I think each and every one of you have a copy of our agreement that we've reached with the individual units. I think, as do they, that it was a fair agreement for everybody involved. And you'll notice in Unit C, that was a one-year agreement as opposed to a three-year agreement. Those are the call takers who have broken off this year from Unit B, and they wanted to move into their own unit, which is why now you'll see Units A, B, and C. The call takers, you know, had felt as though that they were kind of lumped in and not taken into consideration their specific circumstances, their job titles, or you know, how they were perceived in the individual contracts. So we agreed that we would break them off into Unit C, And as it turns out, it really was a good decision, really for both of us, because as you all know, we're going into a new joint 911 system with the town of Winthrop. In fact, just today, we conducted extensive interviews to select the new regional E911 director. So we're going through those interviews now. And I think that's the reason why it makes sense for us to do a one-year agreement with them, because by the time this year ends, it's our hope that that new regional call center will be open and up and running. So it does need council approval and ratification, and I'm asking for your approval this evening. Thank you very much.
Councilor Correggio.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just a couple of questions, Mr. Mayor. I see on the various departments 2% increase. Is it possible to get a breakdown what it's costing each section? I mean, I see 2%, but 2% of what?
Yeah, we actually, earlier this spring, we had put before the City Council a dollar amount to cover the cost of the contract, at least for this year. And so we had set aside money that was going to be broken down. I mean, I could get you a breakdown. I didn't bring a breakdown of each individual unit and what that was going to cost, but I could certainly get you that. But just so you know, the City Council actually approved money that has been set aside in anticipation of us to reach this agreement. So we came really for council approval, so, to know that we could negotiate this agreement with them, and if they did agree to it, that we'd actually have the money to pay them. So, but if you want an individual breakdown by unit, I'm sure we can get that for them, right, Judge? Okay, so.
And my last question would be, is the overall, everything combined, what would be the cost for the entire 2% for?
You're talking about for just the City Hall A, B, and C?
No, all of the departments combined.
Well, as you know, right now, we're in arbitration with the Fire Department. We haven't settled yet with the Police Officer Patrolmen's Union or Superior Officers Union, so it's very hard to tell right now exactly where we're at. We thought we were going to be in the area that we thought we were going to be was probably in the vicinity of $1 million, somewhere around there, annually. But again, a lot of that money is not really going to be spoken for until we can reach an agreement with those remaining three unions, the Superior Officers, the Patrolmen's Union, and the Fire Department. So we really have no way of knowing. This is going to be relatively speaking, a small chunk of money, because as you know, the Fire Department's been out of contract now for a couple of years. So that's right now still, unknown. But we feel confident of where we're going to wind up. And the money that we had allocated, we feel quite confident that we're going to be in the ballpark of where we're going to need to be. So I feel comfortable that we have enough money set aside to get ourselves caught up with the contract. I mean, if something goes haywire in arbitration, that's beyond my control, and that would be up to the City Council to approve their decision anyway. So, with that being said, I can only speak right now on A, B, and C.
And then in the future with the casino gambling, we get that. That's going to be a big help.
Oh, certainly.
To offset a lot of those monies in the future.
That will give the city some real serious financial freedom to do a lot for the taxpayers, the water and sewer ratepayers. It will really have a tremendous impact financially on our ability to meet our day-to-day expenses as well as capital projects. But I really can't count on that until the Gaming Commission decides they're going to appropriate a license in our city.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you.
Okay, roll call individually.
That the City Council moves to approve the union contract between Local 22 Unit A and the City of Revere. Councilor Arrigo.
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Correggio?
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Genino?
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Guanasso?
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Hess?
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Patch?
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Penta?
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Powers?
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Reardon?
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Zambudo?
Yes.
Yes. And Council President Novoselsky?
Yes.
Yes, the Unit A contract has been approved. That the City Council moves to approve the union contract between Unit B of Local 22 and the City of Revere. Councilor Arrigo?
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Correggio?
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Genino?
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Guanasso?
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Hess? Yes. Counselor Patch?
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Penta?
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Powers?
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Reardon?
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Zambudo?
Yes.
Yes. And Council President Novoselsky?
Yes.
Yes, the contract for Unit B has been approved. That the City Council moves to approve the union contract between Local 22 Unit C and the City of Revere. Councilor Arrigo?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Correggio?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Genino?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Guanasso?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Hess?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Patch?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Penta?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Powers?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Reardon?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Zambudo?
Yes.
Yes. And Council President Novoselsky?
Yes.
Yes, Unit C contract has been approved. Late communication from the mayor relative to an ordinance for certain persons not represented under Massachusetts General Law, Chapter 150E, Section 10.
Mr. Mayor.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, members of the council. During our negotiations with the various unions, we also conducted our own, for people that are not part of collective bargaining, we did our own salary study, and there were several positions that we found weren't completely in sync with surrounding cities and towns, particularly based on the workload and the size of our budget and population. That being the case, I am presenting these 4 particular positions here this evening for consideration by the City Council for these increases. I've been here now for 18 months, and, in addition to the study, have seen the workload that the 4 people in question have had to handle many times under very, very difficult circumstances. All I'm asking for is a vote to bring these people up to, parity with a lot of our sister cities, as I say, of the same size and really with the same workload that, in some cases, lower workloads. If you look at some of these departments and compare them to other cities and towns, the additional help that they have within their respective departments is incredible. And, I can speak firsthand just in my office alone. I looked at my counterpart in Malden. He's got 8 people, and we've got 3.5. So, really, I think a lot of City Hall and a lot of departments have been really understaffed, but yet get the job done. So I'm hopeful that the City Council will look at this favorably and approve these increases as I've set forth before you. Thank you very much. And I'm willing to answer any questions you might have.
Councilors? It's the will of the body. Motion to put in Ways and Means? Motion on the floor to put in Ways and Means. All in favor, all opposed? Vote and so ordered. No. Oh, public hearing? Okay, public hearing then, and Ways and Means.
Mr. President, has that been voted to a public hearing? Or?
Public hearing.
Okay.
Communication from the mayor relative to the loan order in the amount of $9,450,000 for collection system improvements, Mass DEP CY 2013. This is for CWSRF 3832.
Okay, we'll be referring that to a public hearing, but
Would like to refer to a public hearing.
So
This is this is that unfortunate time of year, this year a little bit early, where we have to come before the City Council and ask for approval for these SRF funds, once again, to keep us in compliance with the consent decree. This is work that's going to be done to our storm and wastewater systems that will, again, help us stay in compliance with the EPA and the DEP, as well as the decree we signed with the Department of Justice. So they're 2% loans, and it will be a two-part process. One will be to approve the resolution that will authorize us to file the necessary paperwork and documents, and then the second vote would be to approve us to secure that loan through the state revolving fund. So I'm just asking tonight to go to a public hearing with that.
Okay, we'll move that one, 3832, to a public hearing. In Ways and Means, may I say. We have to, they're all going to go, but to go through them one at a time.
Communication from the mayor relative to the loan order in the amount of $300,000. This is for CWSRF 3817.
Okay, that'll be referred to a public hearing. In Ways and Means.
Communication from the mayor relative to a loan order in the amount of $550,000. This is for CWSRF 3852.
Public hearing in Ways and Means.
Communication from the mayor relative to the loan order in the amount of $1.5 million for CWSRF 3831.
Public hearing in Ways and Means.
Communication from Recycle Bank requesting time before the City Council to discuss the Recycle Bank program.
And we've assigned that to June 10th at 5 o'clock. And just so everybody knows that those public hearings for these loan orders will be next week, next Monday. So we'll have a long night next week. So be prepared. Okay, any other business? After the public hearing. Sure. Unless, yeah. Yep. Motion to adjourn. All in favor, all opposed. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.